Right, so this computer is hitting 85 degrees just by turning on and going into the BIOS, even with the single fan liquid cooler. So we ordered this Noctua air cooler, the DH-D15. It's supposed to be the best one at the moment, or the best cooler really, the best air cooler in the market at the moment. So we're gonna go assemble this, get this out of the way, and we're gonna disassemble this one, take the motherboard out, put the back plate for this CPU cooler, and assemble it back, and hopefully that's gonna resolve the fault. If not, it's because the processor is faulty, which I'm hoping it's not faulty. I'm hoping it was just the liquid cooler that had a fault on it. But yeah, so let's go through it. So first I'm gonna get rid of all this rubbish, and let's try not to break this while I'm doing this. So just move all of these boxes out of the way that we don't need, so we can create some workspace. There's some extra cables that came with a cooling fan, we're gonna put it there. Rubbish. Right, so okay. I must say, Noctua, they're pretty good. Like they never send thermal paste with CPU coolers these days, or even like a proper magnet. So yeah, so let's figure out how do we assemble this. So I've seen these hooks here, which I can tell that this is basically holding it there. So I believe these fans are gonna go on one of the sides, or this fan is gonna go on one of the sides, and it's gonna have the same type of configuration. So I'm just gonna try to look at this one and try to assemble it the same way. There's the manual here. Okay, I'm just kind of going by eye, but I'm probably gonna struggle at some point, so probably have to check it out anyhow. But we'll see. So this is going from the inside like this, and then the same thing on this side. Okay, so let's go like this, and another one on the other side. So let me just check. So this is gonna go, supposed to go like this. So that means I'm gonna put it on this side, I believe. We'll find out. Okay, so worst case we'll just have to switch the things from to the other side. Looks pretty straightforward, but most times, as we all know, it's not really that straightforward. So let's see if we can fit this here the same way as the other one is. This one is already sticking there. Okay, so this is hooking on the second bend. So I'm gonna have to pull this here. Oh, no, that looks like it did the job. Let's check the other side. Oh, no, that can go there. So as expected, looks like I assembled these the wrong way around. So I want it to be like this. Yeah, so I'll have to switch sides from this. Like this. So if I want it to go like this, I'm gonna have to put it like that. Okay, so let's take these off as well. Okay, then it looks very fragile, like these wires. So I'm just trying to do it careful without breaking anything. Okay. Okay, so let's try to stick it here. So the cable from this one is here, so I'm going to put it from the same side to kind of avoid any. So probably put this one a little bit higher because of the memories. And here we go. That hooked it on that side. Let's see on the other one. Boom. Right, so this has no thermal paste whatsoever, so we'll just get that done once we're ready to put it in. But for now, I'll probably have to move this fan down because this is already quite high and probably it's gonna touch the box. So I'm gonna put it now, actually, just to avoid having to disassemble it and after putting thermal paste and everything. So it's around the same height, yeah. I'm gonna hook it, and this one is in the wrong place. There we go. That's where I want you. Yeah, that's it. Now on this side. So I'm just aligning it with the other one that is already there, just in case. Okay. Right, so that looks pretty solid to me. This is a massive. Right, so we're gonna move these ones out of the way for now because we don't need this. So gonna use the key so we don't need this. Now let's see the manual AMD. So they're specified here by socket. The one we're gonna assemble is an AMD AM4. So let's just see what pieces we're gonna need it. So we're gonna keep the sticker, we're gonna use it later. Thermal paste, the back socket, the back plate I mean. And let's see, so we're gonna need the curved ones, like these ones, and 4 screws, which I believe is gonna be these ones. Yeah, that's the ones. Okay, that's fine. So we don't need these anymore, we can just close it off. Unless it's these screws that this is talking. No, it's not. No. This can go back here. And let's close this and get it out of the way. Okay. So I'll keep this for later because we'll probably still need it. And move everything else out of the way regarding this. Right, so I'm just gonna put this computer down for a minute. It's a heavy one. Right, so I already disassembled the graphics card and the Wi-Fi card. So what I normally do when I'm dealing with a customer computer is first take a picture of everything just to make sure that I know how it was, everything. Not like we couldn't really assemble it, it's just a question of if the customer put it in a certain way, I'm gonna keep it that same way unless there's an actual better way to do it. So I've already taken the picture, so I'm just gonna take these SATA cables out or disconnect all these cables that are basically connected to the motherboard, just so we can start getting it out of here. Need to press the pins to get them out, and then we can remove this as well for the case, and this one. Memories we can leave it, it's not gonna bother us, I believe. Okay, so all the cables are disconnected. So next thing is the screws. So there should be at least 6 screws. There's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws on this case. Right, let me just grab something so I can put the screws in. There we go. And let's just take them out. Four, 5. I don't know if this part comes out or not. It doesn't seem to. Alright, so that's done. It should come out now, really. No, it just seems like this one didn't come out. No, for some reason this one is not coming out, so I'm just gonna use a stronger screwdriver with a stronger magnet just to make sure this screw is completely out. There you go. And yeah, it's coming out. So now this one is out, we can get this box out of the way for now. Right, so we have here the motherboard. We need to change the back plate, okay? So let's see, where is this back plate here? And I was actually wrong. This is an Intel, it's not an AMD. I'm confusing with a different machine. So that means that this and the pieces we put together here are completely useless because this is for a different socket. So let's go back to this and get the Intel ones. Now this is gonna be socket 115X, I believe. So let's move this out of the way. Anything here? No. Okay. This. Let's go into this one. So let's see what we have here. So we're gonna need the back plate anyhow. So let's see if we can just put the back plate as it is, like this, and doesn't seem to go like this either. Okay. This back plate is not gonna fit here, so let's see what is this about. Right, so let me just try something first. Because it seems to me that the back plate that the Intel brings, which is this one with the 4 screws, this metal one that comes already, looks like it's gonna do the job. But I just want to make sure. So this is a Intel i7 4930K. 4930K, let me just see the socket. So i7 4930K. Socket. LGA 2011. And once again, I failed because I'm reading the wrong instructions. It's going well today, huh? So it's this one, 20XX. Right. Third time is a charm. So then again, now we don't need the back plate. So we just really disassemble this for nothing really. But that means that we can just assemble it here and test it out before we even put it in the computer, which will probably be easier. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. So first unscrew, screwed into the threads of That's done already, because we have, these ones are empty. That's where we're gonna put it. And then we're gonna have to put 4 screws, which are these ones. So one is bigger than the other. The smaller and thicker one is the one that is gonna go on the bottom, and the bigger part is gonna face up. That is basically flat, while the other part is kind of round. So I'm just gonna put this here. make sure it's proper tight, so there's no gaps between the CPU cooler and the processor. Okay. Okay, so next thing is gonna be putting these back plates. So these back plates, if you see, not back plates, these front plates basically, there's almost like a screw on one of the sides that is gonna stay up. So this is gonna be like this. Need to put it both at the same time so it's basically adjusts. Here we go. And then the other one, the same shape. Here we go. Yeah. Right. So next thing, let's see, what does it say here? So mounting bars. Choose the alignment of the mounting bars according to the desired final orientation of the cooler. So that means that probably we can fit them like this as well. I'm not sure if it's gonna change anything in terms of our build. Let's have a look. So I didn't want you to come out, little plastic. Looks like it's gonna fit either way. This way is gonna kind of clash with the graphics card, but we can put it here, so that's not a big problem really. But if I can put it the other way, I'll put it the other way. Right, not like this. Let's try it the other way around. And like this, neither. Right. What I can do here is gonna be change these memories to this side. No, it's the other way around on this side. Okay, and it clicked. Next one. Okay, that's open. Put entering, yes, and 2 clicks. That's what we want. Let's see if it will go like this now. Yeah, looks like it goes. So this is so big that basically just covers the whole 4 slots on the other side. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so the plastic's still there. Yeah. Right, so let's keep going with this one. So curve size needs to be pointing outwards. That's fine. Need to fix the mounting backwards with the 4 thumb screws. Okay, 4 thumb screws here. Okay. And I'm gonna just do this like this. And once it's done, we're gonna check it manually, because I want to make sure that if this is not working, it's not because I made a mistake, but because it's actually the processor that is faulty. So, right, so that's done. Next thing, applying the thermal paste, and then we stick it in. Okay, so since we don't have to change the back plate, I'll probably just assemble these in the case and then put the cooler on top. I think that will probably be the best way, really. So I'm assuming that these 2 screws, this is gonna sit on it. Yeah, so it's gonna sit here. Then we're gonna have to put this down and get them screwed there. Not sure how though, but we'll see. We'll see. It will be quite tricky to get there though. Wow, they don't make this easy. Not at all. Okay. It won't be able to go like this. Gonna have to go either like this, fit like this. No, I'm gonna have to change some memories around again. There, it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change some memories again. So it's this side that is kind of troubling it. So I'm just gonna assemble it on this side to the other way around. Still want this to be in the dual channel. So let's see if like this is enough, hopefully. Otherwise I'll have to put in single channel, what I didn't really. Yeah, that looks like it works. It's not touching the memories. No, that's fine. Right, so let's move this out of the way for now. We don't need this, and all of this is for AMD. And these little bits here, looks like we're not gonna be needing them. No. So back here, let's get them out of the way. Okay. Alright, so we'll probably just have to use this. That's what is sent inside the box, but let's get things out of the way for now. Like here. Okay, let's get this case. Right, so here, make sure that there's no cables underneath. Okay, it fits properly on the back plate. Check the screw marks, they all fitting in place. Yeah, that's perfect. And let's get these screws in. Right. Okay, so because the CPU cooler is so big, it's gonna be messy to put the cables in. So I'm just gonna put the cables in now and get that out of the way. So it's all done and I don't have to then struggle with put the cables in their tiny holes with a massive CPU cooler that doesn't give me much space to move. So USB, all this setup. Okay, these ones almost like they want to go back in their place. I don't even want to move, so I'm just gonna leave them. But I'm gonna have to check these two. So we said it's here, and the power, it's just next to it here. Perfect. Alright, so I'm just gonna connect it here. And this is audio. Audio is gonna be here. And that's it, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, we're all connected. Right, so first things first, which is finding out how are we gonna stick it in first. So just take the plastic out. Nice. Okay. So it's gonna have to enter sideways like this, and then this screw here is really worrying me. So if I put this like this, let me see. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to assemble this fan on this side. Maybe not actually. Let me see this side. This. No, this side definitely doesn't really work. Okay, the memories are being a problem here, so I'm just gonna remove these memories that are closer, just so it gives me some space to work first. Right. If it's sitting there properly. I don't think it is. Now my problem here is how am I gonna assemble this without taking out this fan? Let's see what the instructions say though. Okay, so they say for you to take this fan out, assemble it, and then put the fan after you assemble it. Interesting. So why did it come assembled then instead of inside the box like the other one? That would have made so much more sense. Okay. Right, so now, yes, now we can assemble it, because now we can see what we're actually doing it. So I'm gonna go ahead, put thermopaste and put it in. So let's get the thermopaste. Right, how do you even open this one? I believe you just squeeze it, do you? Okay, here we go. Right, so let's put a little bit of thermopaste here. Okay, shouldn't really need more than that. Let's put this back and put this back so it doesn't dry. And let's go. I'm not sure where I want the fan to be. Right, so if I put it like this, or should I put it like this? I think I'm gonna put it like this and assemble the graphics card below. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. It's decided. Right. We don't want to play too much around with it, because now we have thermopaste and it will just spread it all over. So I'm gonna see if this just picks up like this. Yeah, looks like it's going. So we want to try to be equally, because as it applies pressure, it's gonna spread the thermopaste. So we want to kind of both sides to go in together at the same time, and not too much on one side and then nothing on the other. Right, I need to apply pressure here. That's why I'm doing this while I'm sticking this one in. That is not really rotating. I'm just gonna use mine because it's so much easier to just grab. Yeah, now we're going in. Okay. A bit more on the other side. Doesn't really want to go there. Okay, that one is on the max. Right, so this one is done. As you can see from the top, that's where the space where the other fan was. So now what we're gonna try to do first is put this fan. So we're gonna try to put this fan, and we're gonna put it right here. Alright, so we want to put it around the same. Yeah, that entered pretty easily actually. I'm not sure this one is done properly. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. But look, this mistake. Now I'm gonna have to take it out again and turn it around. So all the cables go in the same direction. Which in this case, I want it to go up, but this needs to be like that. So it's gonna go up on this side, maybe, if there's a connection there. There isn't, but there was extension cables. Yeah, there's an extension cable here that will help do the job. But that also means that I'm gonna have to replace this one to the other side. So I'm gonna have to turn this one like this. Just because this side is the front one and that's the back. And this one is already cooling this block, but I want this one to cool this block. But if I put it like this, the air is gonna come this way and not that way, and I want it to go that way. So it follows the airstream. Or airflow, or whatever it's called. Right, so here, that one is gonna go from that side. I can just put it like this. No, I can't, no, because it's different. So let's move this here and out of the way. And let's put this one on the same size. That's done on this side. And that's done on that side. That hooked up pretty well actually. Right, so this one, I got there 4 pins. This one even says heatsink. So I'm just gonna connect it there. Preferably without breaking any pins or anything. That's done. And then the other one, it's gonna go, I'm not sure if I can show it on the video, where it says CPU fan. There. Right, so again, 4 pins on 4 pins. Now, one thing that I've noticed is that I'll probably not be able to add the rest of the memory, because this is way too big. But let's try it. So this one is gonna enter like this. We should keep it like this. Okay, looks like this one is gonna enter, even though that is not gonna be on a dual channel, but at least it will be in. And this one, let's see if I can fit it from this side. So it's gonna enter like this. I open the slot there. There's the cable there on the way, which doesn't really help at all. Now let's fit it on this side. And pull the cable so it gets out from under there. Yeah, and it entered, and I just need it to click now. It clicked there, and it clicked here. Victory! Right, now it's the final test. So we're going to turn this on, and hopefully it's not going to reach the 85 degrees. So let me just go ahead and connect everything. I just remember this CPU doesn't have graphic on board, so I'm gonna have to connect the graphics card as well. So I'll keep it here on hold for a bit. Connect the mouse and keyboard just in case. And let's get the graphics card. And let's get this baby in. So I'm gonna have to take it from here because it's not gonna fit there. Okay. Make sure you're keeping all the screws aside, especially when you're dealing with a customer machine, because a lot of customers don't have the screws that they should, and some have personalized screws and things like that. So I always put it back or give it back if we don't really use it. Okay. So it fits here pretty tight with this one, but at least it's not doing anything, it's just sitting there. It's the perfect size actually. I'm just gonna put one screw in just to keep it a little bit in place. Okay, so now that this is done, let's connect the screen. Okay, moment of truth. Let's turn it on. You got light there, and let's see. Let me get to the keyboard so we can get to the BIOS. Right, the caps lock light came on, but the screen didn't yet. Might just be from the screen. It is from the screen. Right, CPU fan error. Okay, F1. Let's go into the BIOS and see the temperatures. If it's gonna rise as it was before, it's gonna mean that it's the CPU fault and not from the heatsink. So it's on 29 degrees. It's holding up pretty good actually. I'm quite impressed. Hopefully it's not gonna start going up. So just give it a couple of minutes just to make sure. I'm quite impressed with this cooler really. Like, that's a very good temperature, especially for this type of setup where you have a E7 and the CPU fan is only going at 488. So that's quite amazing really. I can feel the airflow. It's 30 degrees, 31, 30, oh, looks like it's holding up. 31. If it stays around there, I'm pretty happy with it really. 30. Alright. Looks like that sorted the problem. So yeah, it saved the customer from buying a new processor. Because there was a fault on the processor as well that indicated that it could also be the processor, or could be both things, or could just be the processor and not the radiator. But most cases it's going to be the radiator, because normally when you have a fault on the processor, the screen doesn't even come up. So yes, this is good. This is very good. So we're still running at 500 rotation per minute, 32 degrees, 33. It's slightly going up as it stays on, but it's not going to 85 like it was before. So before we would see, as soon as we turned it on, was like 40 degrees, and then it was just climbing all the way up, either 1 or 2 degrees at a time, like non-stop, just increasing it till 85. Then we'd get to 85 and just stick there. So yeah, pretty happy with that. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like on the video, please subscribe to the channel, and yeah, we'll keep posting more content like this more often. Bye!